Pisces, hello, welcome back to the Divine Dojo. I am here to do your reading for July 1st through the 6th, and we are going to start by clearing the energy. The last set from Sag to Aquarius has been heavy. I think Leo had a heavy one yesterday too, so it's just, it's just, that's what it is. Right, so let's clear the energy with the clearing fork. I'm going to ping this 3 times, so if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath in every time I ping it and release, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. Last one. It was intense. I hate drinking from bottled waters, but my filter is not up yet, and it's a whole fucking thing. Anyways, Pisces, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. I am going to go through the transits real quick of the week and then move on into the tarot. So today, 1st and 2nd, July 1st and 2nd, we have the moon in Libra. Moon's moving into Libra later on tonight in the wee hours of the night. And so that is trine Uranus in Taurus. So whatever you've been working on, if you want to make some adjustments, this week is a good week to do that, because those adjustments can create big breakthroughs, or we can have like big aha moments, or something that wasn't clear can become clear because we make some slight adjustments. They don't have to be big, but it can cause big changes. So on July 4th, the moon goes into Scorpio, so a little bit more deep depth and transformational energy for the moon and for the holiday weekend here in America. We are celebrating Independence Day. So also that day, the Venus ingresses into Gemini. So like I've been telling everybody, it's just giving us more mental stimulation when that happens. So it's gonna, as above, so below, right? So it's gonna give the world more stimulation. So we're gonna, social media is gonna be off the hook. Everybody showing their 4th of July festivities, and here in America at least. And, the media is gonna do its thing, and, whatever. Our communication in love and relationships is gonna want to be more intellectually focused. So, and what is Gemini, right? Gemini is like the playful spirit, the one who likes variety, the one who likes newness, novelty, right? So we're gonna need some more stimulation with Venus in Gemini. So think of her as like the social butterfly, Venus. The moon will still be in Scorpio on the 5th, and so that's trining the sun in Cancer. So after the holiday, it would be a good day for like rest, recovery, creativity, healing, self-care. A lot of self-care would be good, especially after all that activity here. Also, that 4th of July, I forgot to mention that Neptune moves into Aries, and you're the ruler of Neptune, right? So, but it goes retrograde in Aries. So what is Aries? Aries is more about me, myself, and I, right? And so it's about, the retrograde will be about bringing light to the illusion of our like personal identity, or dissolving illusions around our personal identity, our like things that we have thought about ourselves, or how we looked at ourselves, right? Might be different. And so, and like how we are sometimes, like we are in denial about ourselves and our things or whatever. So I think that's pretty much it. And then on that 7th, Uranus moves into Gemini. So again, a lot of Gemini energy. And then we are in Mercury retrograde shadow period, so that's going to start to happen. So just make sure if you're signing anything this next month, you know, just make sure that I think it goes on the 17th, but you know, we are starting to get in that shadow period. So just if you're going to sign anything, make sure you look it over, cross your I's, dot your T's, because you don't want to be in a bad contract, you know. So yeah. All right, Spirit, I invite you in to give me clarity to convey a clear and concise message to my beautiful Pisces collective. Please give me one catalyst card. Thank you. The Creator. I love that. I love that. Pisces. Good energy. Like I said, the 4th and 5th will be good energies for this creativity to blossom, especially you being a water sign as well. It's trining. I think it's trying Pisces too, but I don't know. Because we're the 3 water signs, so, but maybe it's the position, that's why it wasn't trying in your sign. Anyways, we're going to read that, but let's get into the tarot. All right, Spirit, what do you have to tell Pisces for the week of July 1st through the 6th? What do you have to say? Ugh, I'm going to have to like do some somatic movement. I'm telling you, from Sag to Aquarius, this just was like, and I feel it like in my chest, stuck energy, and it's not mine, that's for sure. So, all right, what do you have to say for Pisces for this week, Spirit? Spirit, lead me when this fucking 2 of Swords has been coming out like literally pretty much in every reading. So, difficult decision has to be made, right? Or you're avoiding making a difficult decision, Pisces. I'm feeling more of that, but it's going to be, you know, this is a collective reading, so it's going to be different for everybody, but it's either like you need to make some sort of difficult decision, and I feel like you've been weighing your options for way too long. I think the decision is like imminent. This is what I'm getting, because there definitely is like teamwork and collaboration, and implementation that needs to be done. You want to build something. So with that Creator, that's interesting. Yeah. King of Swords reverse. King of Cups upright. Nine of Pentacles upright. And the 9 of Swords reversed. We have 2 kings on the board, right? The King of Cups is obviously Pisces, Aquarius energy, but I'm gonna keep going. I don't know what this is about. A decision, teamwork. 2 kings. Yeah, maybe you are feeling unbalanced in this decision. You know, you've been avoiding this decision because 1 king is, you know, reversed, 1 king is upright. And that might be you, like, avoiding this decision that needs to be made. because you're in conflict with your emotions and the reality of the situation. Huh, interesting. Yeah, you're in conflict with your emotions and the reality of the situation. Even though you do see clearly, you kind of want to avoid it, is what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. I mean, it's what I'm feeling. What is this? Because you have the, I don't know where these came from. I just got lost in my world a little bit. Because then the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Wands came out. So they're reversed. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've yawned in any of the readings. So I think this avoidance of something that you need to do has you mentally and physically tired, but you're in denial about it. So you just kind of keep going. I don't know. Let's get clarity on this. Why is... No, I'm going to start that again. Why is the King of Swords here reversed? Something flipped. And this one wanted to come out. The Hermit reverse. Yeah, you've resigned that this is like, this is just how it's going to be. You have just resigned. So whatever decision has to be made, you just are like, you know what? This is just the way it is. I can't do anything about it, but it does have you all fucked up in your head. And like lonely and withdrawn. And then a Knight of Swords. King of Swords. I asked for clarity on this King of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I think you're just staying busy. You just stay busy to kind of ignore it and avoid it and not really look at the situation, right? And you just... you're just like, you have resigned yourself to whatever this is. Interesting. What is this about? What is this about? What is this about, Spirit? A King of Pentacles, a Leo, oh shit, a Leo or Virgo energy. So you have 3 kings on the table. So this is definitely about a masculine or a masculine energy. Okay, what about the King of Pentacles? He's acting like a fucking Page of Cups. He's like not emotionally mature. I mean, he's like he's in a dreamland. I mean, and I'm using he is, you know, but like it's the energy. The Page of Cups. Either you or this person is like kind of like that dreamer energy, you know, emotionally emotionally immature, but you know, wants like this Page of Cups energy, like this creative, you know, wants to be creative, wants to be happy, wants new love, wants, you know, is curious. It's all about the possibility, but Page of Swords. You're right, here's a curiosity, thirst for, and death. Yeah, something needs to be transformed here in this energy. Either with you or with the, excuse me, Lord, I'm so sorry, with the King of Pentacles, Leo, Virgo energy. Something needs to transform, and I think it's like your denial about the situation, like you're in conflict with your, what the reality is, right? Why is the Death card here? Shit. Well, 2 Scorpio energies, and then Justice at the bottom. How interesting. Mars and Pluto energy, right? Scorpio. Both of the tower and death is Scorpio energy, and or Aries energy, if you want to look at it that way, right? The tower. So yeah, either you're gonna create this tower, or the tower, I think the tower is coming for you, because you're in such denial about this shit, whatever this situation is. Like, you just want to like avoid it, and it's like, and something's got to give. Another, some sort of change, some sort of disaster, some sort of something is going to come in. The Justice at the bottom, bringing in justice. Okay, what is this about, Spirit? Can we be just really clear? You can't make this up. Justice. I said justice was at the bottom. You saw it fly out. You saw me shuffle. And so I think the Hermit, what do you have as far as major arcana? I think that's pretty much it. You have the Hermit, Death, the Tower, and Justice. It might be time for you to tell the truth about this, about how you feel, how it's making you feel. And balance, and you know, this will have a cause and effect in your life if you don't bring it to the light or deal with it, or this King of Pentacles doesn't deal with that situation. Yeah, moving on. Like, the hard shit's over. You know, you're tired of doing it all yourself and having the burden, and you're burnt. You really are burnt out physically, but you're avoiding the reality of it, and you know, and the disappointment, and the reality that you are disappointed, and that you have withdrawn, and that you are escaping from it, you know, and like you want to just kind of like ignore it, but you can't ignore it. 2 8s in a row, right? And you have 2 8s, 3 9s. Yeah. And yeah, and it has you, you know, feeling like you're trapped. There's like nothing, like, oh, you know, like I said, like the Hermit, like you have resigned yourself to this, how this is. What is the advice? What is the advice? What is the advice? I take these? No. You got the Vice of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse. Maybe you're feeling like this has been a bad choice in your life. What is the advice here? Yeah, and your Four of Cups. You're not seeing that making a decision and like, you know, being disconnected is like not bringing you this Ace of Pentacles in the upright, right? Because then the World popped out, another major arcana. So something's got to give here. And then here you are, or well, it says Gemini, Cancer, but Queen of Cups, Pisces, right? And the Magician. Here's, I think once you're out of denial about this, and maybe this Neptune and Aries retrograde will help you come out of denial and face the reality of what is really happening here, and you know, move forward in a fair and just way. You know, the Tower is here to make things right, you know, for a transformation to happen, because you're being blocked because of this avoidance, denial. You or the person or the situation is being blocked because of this avoidance of seeing this. So yeah, the World, once the change happens and the Tower happens, you know, here's the, you know, water energy, the cup energy, the Queen, right? And then the Magician, he is reversed, but the Devil and the Queen of Cups. All right. What should Pisces do? What can Pisces do to help themselves? Queen of Swords. Yeah. Be, not that you have to be ice cold, but be this queen that is crystal clear on what the fuck is going to happen, and what is not going to happen, and set those boundaries. And again, this is energy. It could be male that's doing this to you, you know, too, as well. It's just like cut the shit, right? Whether it's for, you know, like you avoiding it, cut the shit, get clear. Like, what do you want? Because this is not sustainable. Because a Tower is going to come in. Some sort of change has to happen. And the Tower is going to come in and bring some justice into, you know, make this right somehow. Or either you make it right, or Spirit is going to make it right, you know. But it's usually best if we make it right ourselves, because once that happens, you know, that is done, and then like you have your energy, you know, back, and you can start creating. And what was the Catalyst card? The Creator, the Magician, basically. Cut the shit, Pisces. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like make, you know, like make fun or light of it. This is serious stuff. But this cannot sustain, and this cannot continue. So maybe something's going to happen this week. That sudden type of something is going to happen, and you're going to have a come to Jesus moment and be like, oh shit, you know? So, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Cut the crap. That's what I heard from Spirit. I mean, I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm just reading the cards. I'm just a messenger here. Don't hate on me. Perfect timing to cut the crap. Or the Tower comes in at perfect timing. What is it? No need to worry and forgiveness. So yeah, I mean, you know, like I think either this isn't sustainable, but you know, it's something's gonna come in to change the stuff, and you're gonna need to forgive yourself when that happens, and the other person, and move on, right? What am I doing? I want these. Oh shit. All right, Spirit, what's up? Yeah, you need to finish the symphony, because this, it's going to be finished for you. So you either you finish it or it's going to finish. Thank you. Flexible, but it's like reversed. I think you've been being too flexible with this, and not setting, and not being this Queen of Swords, right? And setting the boundaries and being like, fuck no, this isn't it, right? King, queen, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just that energetics of like, no, this isn't happening, not in my roof or whatever, you know, like not in my work, not in my roof, not under my watch or whatever. One last one. One final advice, Spirit. Shoot. Damn it. Yeah, I think you're going to need to rest, because this is going to be, and this is going to intensify, and I think this is all has you in your mental head and physically affecting you, but you're in denial about it. And then it says go to distance, but it's in reverse. So that makes sense with take a nap. You need to slow down, because like I said, you are like keeping busy to kind of ignore the situation or avoid the situation, or just to not like deal, you know? And so, whew, Pisces, that's what I got for you, my lovesies. So what is the energy? She is XX. What? Exit. The creator says the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges with meager, minimal, and outlandish materials. The creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others toss away. Though regenerative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, and that is the key here. Yeah, it says the creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. So yeah, shit's gonna come in, hit the fan. You know, boom, 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 boom. And you're gonna be in the void, and then you're gonna be in a regenerative, creating phase again, you know, once this happens, or if it has happened, that's what's gonna, you know, that's what's going on. So, or it will be going on if it hasn't happened. So that's what I got for you, my Pisces. Let me pull an angel number card and we'll call this a day. I hope that was helpful. That was pretty intense. I just relayed the message. Don't at me, okay? Don't at me, because I just read the energy and cards. Don't at me. Don't at me. Thank you. 1221, taking initiative. Make the most of what you have, and it will lead you to new heights. Acknowledge your blessings and cherish your loved ones. Inspiration will guide you forward, helping you discover your path. Exciting news and positive developments are on the horizon. Yeah, once the shit hits the fan. So, I love you. Oh, peace, Pisces.